My next question goes, sir, what is your suggestion on recent draft of EIA notification from Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change?
So I think this is a just recent hot topic
Yes,
inside
sir.
industry because first EIA Environment Impact Assessment notification came in 2006,
Yes.
and after 2006, after long time, maybe 14 years, now the draft notification government has brought and are still under public consultation, and I have gone through that draft. So I shall come at my view, but let me share you that if you see the social media and newspaper, then NGOs are also criticizing this draft, as well as industry is also not happy with this draft. Why it is so? Because we first try to understand that EIA and environment clearance for the project is a very good concept. Nobody is against this because everyone wants that our environment should be protected, but simultaneously the manufacturing and development should also go. It should not get stopped. And so why the environmental clearance came in picture, to make a balance between the development and environment protection. Now, while doing so, if you are coming with certain regulation, then industry is unhappy that it is a delay. Industry is ready to adopt all the condition, all the measures, all the things, but they don't want that because of EC and EIA, you delay my project 3 year, 4 year. So that is the worry of industry, that don't incorporate the all element inside the draft where delay happening.
Yes.
Similarly, why NGO is criticizing? NGOs are not worried about the delay. They are worried that my environment will not get protected. These people are just talking a very huge draft, but nothing is there to protect the environment. And I think I see that the both are right, because if you see our draft notification, then they should incorporate those kind of things where the clearance can be made faster, but at the same time they should incorporate the element where the environment protection can be achieved. So they should incorporate the sustainability element. Now some of the example I can share with you, that suppose notified industrial area is there, then this draft notification is saying that while making the notified industrial area, you do the EIA, you take the EC for entire area. Then when all factory will start coming in those notified industrial area, then also they are saying let all industry again do the EIA and again take the fresh, and they have put category under A or B1. Our suggestion is that once notified industrial area is there, already EIA done, already EC granted to area, you put under B2 category, and under B2 category the faster clearance can be given. But this is not in the draft. Second thing is that once the EC is granted by the expert appraisal committee, then there should be certain time limit to issue the certificate. But at this moment of time, no time limit is there. Even 1 year also the delay happen. The third, we feel that after 2006 and up to 2020, they have done a lot of amendment based upon need based. Now in this fresh new EIA notification, at least they have incorporated those amendment, but those amendment is not there. Like product mix change amendment happen, which is very good amendment, but it is not reflected in the new EIA draft notification. Similarly, on Environment Responsibility Fund, some amendment happened in 2018 May, but it is not reflecting in the new EIA notification. So I think my suggestion is that you go carefully and adopt all those amendments and come out with a good document where the now people can start fresh. And the last my point is that some of the provision in EIA, like zero liquid discharge and also green belt, they are saying that every premises have to maintain 33% green belt inside the factory. I think those kind of stringent conditions need to be revisited, because that is not going to help anything, but unnecessarily it's creating the problem. So in short, I can say that our suggestion from the ministry is this, that revisit the draft and incorporate the sustainability element into
Yes.
the assessment. Actually, today, if you see the EIA process, nobody asks that whether you are publishing sustainability report, whether you have DJSI score, whether you have FTSE score for the sustainability, whether you are responsible care logo holder. Nothing is there for all these kind of things. But I think now the world has changed. In 2006, it was not much more. No one have the sustainability report. No one used to apply for the sustainability international rating like DJSI, FTSE, responsible care logo. Now the peoples are taking. So these ministries should must incorporate these elements, and they should assess the company based upon these criteria, that if some group or some industry having a good track record of publishing sustainability report as per GRI practice, if they are responsible care logo holder, if they are DJSI good score, FTSE good score, then they should give preference while awarding the EC, rather than those company who don't have. But at this moment, they don't look all those things. And in new draft notification, also nothing is mentioned about all those things. So I think it is the time they should change and they should incorporate all these good things. And if you go worldwide, other country, they have incorporated all these elements while giving the environmental clearance.
Very nice, sir.